Well, transportation's an interesting one. We had a long hearing process last Friday, another one today. The hot topics there in the policy committee have to do with the Aurora Airport and the expansion of our runway there. And that's both economic reasons, emergency management reasons. It's real close to the I-5 interchange there around Charbonneau, but not everybody is happy with an expansion. So we'll see how that settles out. There today was a hearing about certain types of boats for wakeboarders on the Willamette. Doesn't quite get into our district, but it does make its way towards Newburgh. It's mostly around the Wilsonville area where the river goes, so where there's a lot of marinas there.
Certain type of boats?
Well, it's the boats that deal with wakeboarding and some with extra ballast to create a large wave. And that's not really compatible with a lot of the docks in the area. And there's some erosion from what I understand. So figuring that whole thing out, how much should government regulate what type of boats on the river versus some other mitigation. So that was a long discussion today.
Yeah, what's your feelings about that?
Quite honestly, there's a lot of thoughts, mostly thoughts back and forth about the impact of the boat on the river versus flooding and normal river erosion. And my recommendation is to get the OSU Wave Research Facility located in Corvallis involved in the discussion, because they work with longitudinal, I can't even talk today, and transverse waves and the impacts that have and the energy involved. I don't know if they would have a whole lot of input, but they may. So that was my recommendation to the bill carrier today, is maybe we, or the sponsor, get some actual science behind it and figure out what's going on. And it's because people that use the river want to be able to, use the river, and then people that are sitting on their docks like to not be washed away by the wave.
Is there ever an agenda behind it, or are both parties willing to get the facts and then make a sound decision based on the facts?
Most often, actually, it's very much a cooperative effort to get all the information. Which is why some bills don't move, because we have this issue, we come together, we get the information, and figure out there's a better resolution than creating a law. So they fall off the agenda. It's not always a bad thing.
Okay, that's
so
good.
that actually does happen. That's encouraging when that happens. And then there are sometimes when there are bills that are meant to divide us, that there is no resolution. It's a one versus the other.